The world of royalty and Hollywood rarely intersect in ways that truly surprise us, but when they do, the results can be absolutely extraordinary. Today we're diving into one of the most unexpected and delightful crossovers between British nobility and the silver screen, a story that involves Princess Beatrice of York, a major Hollywood production, and a remarkable family resemblance that spans over a century. Make sure you stick around until the end because this story gets even more fascinating as we explore the incredible details behind this royal cameo that most people completely missed. Picture this: you're a member of the British royal family, living under constant scrutiny, following centuries-old protocols, and maintaining the dignified image expected of someone born into one of the world's most famous families. Now imagine being asked to step onto a Hollywood film set, not as yourself, but as one of your own ancestors, one of the most powerful monarchs in British history. This is exactly what happened to Princess Beatrice of York, and the story behind it reveals so much about heritage, family resemblances, and the sometimes surprising flexibility of royal duties. Princess Beatrice, the eldest daughter of Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, has always been known for her distinctive features and her resemblance to various members of the royal family throughout history. But it wasn't until filmmakers were working on a major Hollywood biographical drama that this resemblance became something truly special and commercially valuable. The film in question was The Young Victoria, a lavish period drama that told the story of Queen Victoria's early years on the throne and her legendary romance with Prince Albert. Released in 2009, this film needed to capture the essence of the young queen, and while Emily Blunt brilliantly portrayed Victoria in the leading role, the production team faced an interesting challenge when it came to certain scenes. The resemblance between Princess Beatrice and her great-great-great-great-grandmother Queen Victoria is genuinely striking. When you look at portraits of the young Queen Victoria and compare them to photographs of Princess Beatrice, the similarities in facial structure, the shape of their eyes, and certain distinctive features become remarkably apparent. This isn't just a casual family resemblance. It's the kind of genetic echo that occasionally appears in families, where features seem to skip several generations and re-emerge almost perfectly preserved. For the filmmakers of The Young Victoria, this resemblance presented an opportunity too perfect to pass up. The production approached the royal family with a unique request. They wanted Princess Beatrice to appear in the film in a small but significant role, essentially playing a younger version of her own ancestor during certain flashback or supplementary scenes. This wasn't about giving her a speaking part or turning her into an actress. It was about capturing authentic royal DNA on screen, about having the actual descendant of Queen Victoria represent her in certain visual moments. The request was unusual, to say the least. Members of the British royal family don't typically participate in commercial film productions, even historical ones about their own relatives. Royal protocols are strict about maintaining separation between official duties and entertainment industry ventures. However, this situation was different enough to warrant consideration. The film was a serious historical drama, not a frivolous entertainment project. It was telling an important story about British history and one of the most significant monarchs in the nation's past. More importantly, Princess Beatrice's involvement would be minimal, tasteful, and entirely appropriate for someone of her position. After careful consideration and presumably extensive discussions about protocols, permissions were granted, and Princess Beatrice found herself preparing for her unexpected Hollywood debut. The actual filming of Princess Beatrice's scenes was conducted with the utmost discretion and professionalism. She wasn't expected to undergo the rigorous preparation that professional actors endure, nor was she required to perform complex emotional scenes or deliver dialogue. Instead, her contribution was primarily visual, appearing in specific shots where the filmmakers wanted that authentic royal presence and that unmistakable family resemblance to shine through. The costume department dressed her in period-accurate clothing that would have been worn by the young Queen Victoria, and the result was genuinely remarkable. When Princess Beatrice appeared in costume and appropriate styling, the transformation was stunning. She looked as though she had stepped directly out of a 19th-century portrait. For Princess Beatrice herself, this experience must have been surreal and deeply meaningful. Imagine being able to portray your own ancestor, to literally step into the shoes of someone whose blood runs through your veins, someone whose decisions and legacy have shaped your entire existence. Queen Victoria reigned for over 60 years, presided over the expansion of the British Empire, gave her name to an entire era, and influenced generations of her family through her numerous descendants. To have the opportunity to represent her, even briefly, on screen must have created a profound connection to history and heritage. The secrecy surrounding Princess Beatrice's involvement was carefully maintained during production. In an age where everything seems to leak instantly to social media and entertainment news outlets, the production team managed to keep this particular piece of casting information relatively quiet. When the film was released, many viewers who saw it had no idea that an actual princess, an actual descendant of Queen Victoria, had appeared in certain scenes. It wasn't widely publicized because the royal family prefers to avoid the appearance of seeking publicity through entertainment ventures, and because the filmmakers respected the sensitivity of having a working royal involved in their production. The young Victoria itself was a critical and commercial success, praised for its attention to historical detail, its performances, and its beautiful cinematography. Emily Blunt received widespread acclaim for her portrayal of the young queen, and the film helped introduce a new generation to Victoria's story. The fact that Princess Beatrice made a contribution to this film adds another layer of authenticity and interest to an already compelling historical drama. It represents one of those rare moments where the past and present truly converge, where history isn't just recreated but actually embodied by someone with a direct biological connection to the subject. This incident also raises fascinating questions about heritage, genetics, and the persistence of family traits across generations. The fact that Princess Beatrice resembles Queen Victoria so strongly after so many generations is a testament to the powerful and sometimes unpredictable nature of heredity. While we often think of royal families as being thoroughly mixed through various marriages and alliances over the centuries, certain distinctive features can apparently persist, creating these remarkable visual echoes across time. Looking at historical portraits of various royal family members and comparing them to their modern descendants reveals numerous such resemblances, but few are as striking or as cinematically useful as the one between Princess Beatrice and Queen Victoria. From a broader perspective, Princess Beatrice's involvement in the young Victoria represents a subtle shift in how modern royals can engage with their own history and with popular culture. While maintaining appropriate dignity and distance from purely commercial ventures, there's an acknowledgement that participating in serious historical projects can actually serve educational and cultural purposes. It helps make history more accessible and engaging for contemporary audiences while honoring the legacy of important historical figures. Princess Beatrice's cameo, though brief, contributed to a film that has educated countless viewers about a crucial period in British history. The story also highlights something beautiful about family connections and the ways we carry our ancestors within us, sometimes quite literally in our faces and features. Every person is a living repository of genetic information passed down through countless generations, but rarely do we get to see that inheritance manifested so clearly and deliberately. Princess Beatrice didn't just learn about Queen Victoria through history books and family stories, she got to embody her, to present her to the world, and to create a visual bridge between the 19th century and the 21st century. Since the young Victoria's release, Princess Beatrice has continued her life as a working member of the extended royal family, supporting various charitable causes and fulfilling her royal duties. Her brief foray into Hollywood remains a unique and charming footnote in her biography, a moment when duty, heritage, and opportunity aligned in the most unexpected way. It's a reminder that even in the carefully controlled world of royalty, there's room for surprising adventures and unconventional contributions to culture and history. As we consider this remarkable story, it makes you wonder about all the other hidden connections between historical figures and their modern descendants, about how many other people walking among us today carry striking resemblances to important figures from the past. It makes history feel less distant and more immediate, more personal, more alive. When you can see Queen Victoria's features in the face of her great-great-great-great-granddaughter, history ceases to be just dates and events in textbooks and becomes something tangible, something that persists in the present moment. So here's something to think about. If you could portray one of your own ancestors in a film, bringing their story to life through your own inherited features, who would you choose and why?